Hello.
CA Mulli.
Hello, everyone.
CA Mulli started.
I, CA Mulli, Secretary of Bellora Branch of CII of CIRC of ICI. On behalf of Professional Skills Enrichment Committee, ICI welcomes all the participants in the today webcast on how to reduce workplace burnout efficiently. I would like to welcome today our resource person CA Nidhi Malani ma'am and the event enablers Sandeep Mishra sir and our other team members from the Bellora branch of CIRC of ICA and the other presence over here. Now, before the start of the session, I would like to give the introduction of our today's speaker. Nidhi Malani ma'am is a dynamic chartered accountant for the process enhancements, automation. She has expertise in the fields of cost optimization and system implementation. She is also an YouTuber. She is also an ex-PwC. She is a professional speaker. She is DISA qualified and certified in alternate dispute resolution. She is also led the Chennai chapter lead for HMTs and heroines. Now, I would like to welcome CM Nidhi Malani ma'am for his speech.
Hello, everyone. Today's session is extremely important, yet critical, yet sensitive. I would like to reveal this fact that I'm not here as a therapist. I'm here only as a fellow chartered accountant who has worked in Big Fours. Big Fours are being considered as one of the organizations where the most heavy workload in the industry are placed. So only and only based on my experience so far in this professional journey of mine, I'm here addressing this issue of how can you effectively reduce workplace burnout. I would like to share my screen with everyone. Muliji, my screen is visible, right?
Visible.
Okay, great. All right, so burnout hacks for chartered accountants. How can we reduce workplace burnouts effectively is the topic for the day. And I would like to present a fact before everyone. India ranks second most overworked country with 51% of workforce working for more than 49 plus hours. The average working hours or the healthy working hours are actually 40 hours only. And the study has been issued by International Labour Organization. So we can clearly understand the gravity with which we are dealing. There are further studies being done which reflects that people in finance profession, people in healthcare profession are one of the most heavily worked professionals across the globe. So this problem of workplace burnout or work stress burnout is not for India alone. It's a global problem. A lot of people consider it as a global epidemic as well, beside loneliness and depression. There are a few news uh, which were recently flowing across the news channels, across the newspapers. I have tried to put excerpts of some of these for you to make you understand what is the gravity of which make you understand the gravity of what we are talking today. Although I'm sure you all would have came across all these depressing depressing news articles but it also means that we are in a situation where we have to start reversing this pattern. EY employees' death highlights job stress. 1 in 3 Asians face burnout. This is an article by Business Standard, which tells you the intensity on the global platform, not just in India. 1 out of every 3 Asian, not just Indian, 1 out of every 3 Asian is facing this problem of workplace burnout. There are over 45% of employees who experience extreme overload of work. It's not something which has just happened in EY as one instance. It has happened with people in banking industries as well. One of the name is Tarun Saxena. He was a 42-year-old in Bajaj Finance, working in Bajaj Finance, that too at a managerial position. So the situation is and can be the same for articles, for the new joinees, even for managers. We should, and we need to address this issue of burnout, this issue of overworking, and not just overworking for a long period of time. Overwork is a notorious issue in India. On average, Indians work 46.7 hours per week, compared with the 38 hours for Americans. So Americans, whom we consider as the most developed country, most developed workforce, they are contributing on an average only 38 hours in a week. Talking about the other Asian countries, Japan contributes 36.6 hours weekly, South Korea 38.6 hours, China is relatively higher, it is nearing hours, which is 46.1 hours per week. That's the condition of the other prominent Asian countries. But you might be having a question that what exactly is workplace burnout? Is it the same as overworking? But then I've seen a lot of posts on LinkedIn which says that we go to Big Fours because we want to work more, because we want to work more and learn more. We directly connect learning and working parallelly. But is there any difference between what is a burnout, what is overworking, and what about this thing called side hustle? This is a very prominent word being used these days. Go for a side hustle. What exactly is side hustle? A side hustle is a job or activity that you do in addition to your main job to earn extra income or skills. So, for instance, if you are doing a 9 to 5 job, you go back home, take some rest, and then you start getting back to work for maybe 6 to 7, 6 to 8. You work again in order to generate an additional income, or maybe to follow your passion, or to find out another stream of work which you are most interested in doing. In side hustle also, there is overworking. You are working more beyond your 9 to 5 job. You are working more than what working hours you should be devoting ideally. But then overwork is working more than 40 hours a week on a regular basis for a very long time. So, for example, this is a very common thing in CA offices. September deadlines are there, November deadlines are there, July deadlines are there, and nearing the deadlines, we are working like anything. There are many people over here who would have slept in their offices itself. Even if I talk if I talk about the industry part of it, there every month, the month ends or the audit closure or the limited review closure, We guys are sitting in our offices. We guys are at least 4 to 5 days. We are sleeping, sitting, eating, drinking. Everything would be there in the office itself. That is overwork. But then, what exactly is burnout? Occupational burnout is a phenomena resulting from chronic workplace stress, not just overworking, but it is a situation of chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed. Mind it, the most important thing is the stress which you are getting out of your overworking schedule. You will get into a burnout only when you are not able to manage it effectively. So, it means that if we are able to manage our overworking, if we are able to manage our side hustle properly, in that case, we can skip out of this burnout issue. Answer is yes. But then, how do you manage stress? Stress management in itself is an entire subject which generally psychologists study, but we don't have that much of time. And even if we study about it, might be possible, there are higher chances that we won't be able to apply it. Okay. So let us start with the small things. Number one, if at all you want to reverse any kind of thing, if you want to change anything, the first and the foremost thing to do is acknowledge that it exists. Once you know that there is a problem, then only you will be able to find a solution. If you think you are the best, how are you going to improve? And if you think you are the worst, no one in this world can help you can help you feel confident. So we have to actually balance both these legs, and therefore we have to start from acknowledging, from understanding that are we really overworked, or are we really going through a burnout? Are you burned out? So how do you identify that you are burnt out or not? Number one symptom, energy depletion, excessive exhaustion. You woke up in the morning and you feel so damn tired. Can be possible that you're burnt out. Very high mental distance from a job, from your job. So you are doing something, but you are not into it. So a lot of times it would have it happens. I'm sure everyone of us would have experienced this particular thing once in their life, that you are doing something. So you are reading a book, you have read the entire page, and you suddenly realize, did I read it? If you feel such kind of a thing with your job, be cautious about it. Job negativism, job negativism and cynicism. If you're very much negative about your job is not making you feel happy, you're not feeling good while doing that. Low professional efficacy. You always feel sorry. Okay, so low professional efficacy. Low professional efficacy would essentially mean that you think that you probably are not the right fit for this particular job, or you always tend to feel that you are not that great a professional. There are people who are very good than me. How come I am part of this particular team? Or you always feel low about whatever you're working. That is a low professional efficacy. You're having a you're having constant headache, and that headache is not due to your blood pressure. You have stomachache or hyperacidity issues. Yes, hyperacidity can also happen due to an excessive stress condition. You are frequently getting ill, or you feel very tired. You have fatigue the entire day. You have self-doubt or a sense of failure each and every time you think about doing something. So suppose you want to, let's say, open an Excel, and you're like, is it the right Excel? Should I open this? Uh, what if this Excel is not the right thing to open? Self-doubt, sense of failure in smallest of things, loss of motivation. If you're not motivated to do anything, okay, someone came, told you to do something, you have done it, that's it. You're not feeling motivated to do something out of your own anymore. Reduced performance. Uh, let's say your average performance is that let's say TDS return. You can file a TDS return in 2 hours. Okay. But now you are taking 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, and you're not even able to complete that one single TDS return. Alarming situation. Withdrawal or isolation. You always want to be alone or get cut off from everyone else. Everyone else is going for a break, and you are like, no, I just want to be here. I do not want to join anyone just just for the sake of not joining. Procrastination. You've started procrastinating everything, a lot of things. Poor body posture. So if you're working entire day, you would become like this. Your body posture will change. And a lot many symptoms which make you feel dull, drowning, feel like a failure, non-motivated. It can be so all of out of all of these symptoms, it can be one of the symptom which you are experiencing very strongly. It can be a combination of all these symptoms. It if it's a combination of all these symptoms and you are feeling very low, very drained, exhausted, as if someone has, as if that sun has sucked your entire body glucose, as we see in the Glucon-D ad campaign. If you're feeling like that, it means that you need to take some action about it. You're not in the right situation. It clearly means that you this is the high time you should reach out, or at least start addressing this issue as an issue. It's not necessary that if you're having some of these symptoms, you are actually burnt out. No, it's not necessary. It can just be a physical exhaustion, which will go away by just a good sleep or a healthy food which you eat. But a combination of many of these can actually be a situation of burnout. Everything happens for a reason. You are in burnout, but it's not your natural tendency to be overworked. It's not your natural tendency. It's not a natural tendency of any human being to be in a state of burnout. That's why it is called burnout. Okay. So if you have reached in this situation, there would have definitely been a lot of reasons which would have contributed to it. Let us find out what all kind of reasons can be there. One of the reason can be over expectation. Over expectation, not from your senior or your parents or your colleagues, over expectation from yourself. You might be over expecting from yourself that I have to climb Mount Everest, and you have not even practiced running. In that case, it's an over expectation which you have from yourself. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic about what resources we have. Let's be realistic about what physical strengths we have. Let's be realistic about what weaknesses we have. Once you know your strengths and weaknesses, I'm not saying that you cannot improve or you cannot climb the Mount Everest, but once you know that what is your current physical position or your current chances of reaching it, you you will be able to take steps to improve yourself in order to climb the Mount Everest. So over expectation can be one of the reasons that you're overworking because you expect to get, let's say, a number 1 rating, but your work, you're not able to perform up to the mark of number 1 rating. So you are working more to compensate it. That kind of over expectation can always be there. Over expectation can also be there from your managers or from your peers that, oh, this person will be able to do everything in one day. They might use these kind of statements just to make you more comfortable doing more work. It can be a situation, it can be a mind game which they are trying to play as well. Most important thing is you should be knowing that what exactly you are capable of. Can be a management style. So reason for an overwork can be management style. Your management or your reporting manager is constantly creating pressure on you to deliver more, deliver more, deliver more. It can be one of the reasons. One of the reasons can be inferiority complex. You might start feeling, especially from especially when you go from a small town to a big town, or from something which you think is too good for you, you can get into an inferiority complex thinking that, oh my God, everyone over here is better than me. Am I even supposed to be here? But just remember this in mind that if you are there, there would be some reason for you being there. If you would have not been um, up to the mark to be part of that particular group, at first place, you would have not been selected. So don't let this inferiority complex creep in. Frequent deadlines. One of the reasons for overwork can be very frequent deadlines. Today I have this deadline, so I am working hard since last 7 days. As soon as I completed this deadline, there is another deadline which I have to meet in next 5 days. Another deadline in next 5 days. Another deadline in next 7 days. You're continuously working because you have to fulfill a lot of deadlines which are clubbed together. Prioritizing others. One very big issue with getting into overwork situation is you prioritize others. At times you think that if I work for person X, then person X will become happy and promote me. This can be one of the reasons that you're prioritizing others. One of the reason can be that this person A, B, C, these people are more important. Okay, they are at a better level of hierarchy, or they are from a better community, and you start prioritizing them. The way we also do in our personal relationships, we prioritize everyone else and deprioritize ourselves just to be good in their eyes. But there's no benefit becoming good in someone else's eyes if you're not able to be good in your own eyes. If someone would be happy only if you kill, let's say, a mosquito, but you don't want to kill that mosquito, it does not make sense to kill it. So prioritizing others is one of the reasons when you end up doing overworking or getting burnt out. This might be a combination of your office work as well as your household work. Even that can lead to an exhaustive burnout. Change in environment. This is This is an issue which is not being said about, which is not being discussed about. As soon as you change your city for a better job, a lot of us change our cities for a better job. A lot of us change our place for just because the entire family got transferred. Okay. Um, uh, but it's not necessary that that environment suits you immediately. Moving from Kochi to Pune, the environment, the culture, the food habits, everything is different. Any person who is moving into different cultural zones, extremely different weather conditions, need to give themselves some breathing time. It's not necessary to do the entire work today itself. It can wait. First and the foremost thing is your health. Are you even able to manage, or are you even able to adjust with this new weather? If you're not able to adjust with this new weather, how are you going to perform well? Uh, Suppose you are having a headache, are you will you be able to perform that and perform your work with that same efficiency? If you are in fever, will you be able to perform your work with the same efficiency? You won't even be able to talk properly for 2 hours if you are in fever. The tonality, the tone of voice, your volume, your gestures, everything will change if you are in a fever and you're delivering or you are attending a meeting of 2 hours. It's humanly not possible. So why do it? If you are going into a change in environments, first try to adjust yourself, make yourself comfortable with this new environment. That is most important if you want to work longer in that same environment. If you are there only for a week's time or for 15 days or so, then it's fine. Might be uh, you can stick to what suits you the best over all these other places as well. Lack of personal connect. This one is one most important reason that we fall into this trap of overworking or getting burnt out. Lack of personal connect. If you do not have someone to go back to and talk, you would be feeling like, okay, any which ways, even if I work 2 hours more, how is it going to matter? Or how is it going to change anything? Fine, let me work here itself. I have seen a few people who don't even go for vacation just because they don't have anyone to go for vacation with. In vacations also, they would go straight to their office because they don't have anything else to do. High screen time. So now let's say you are working very hard, you have to have a very high focus because of the deadlines, because of the type of work you are doing, and then after coming back, also you are on screen. It will lead to more stress. Even if you are watching a comedy video, it is giving stress to your eyes, to your brain, because you have to involve your brain in understanding that video. It is not helping you relax or rest. Better is you can play a light music if you want to, or just sit like that. Do nothing, get bored, it's fine. It's very healthy to get bored instead. No physical activity. That is one major issue which leads to burnout, which leads to you getting over. It can be combined with the lack of personal connect as well. But if you're not getting into any kind of physical activity, your body is already tired and stiff, and it is not so. The you all would have heard this quote from BNI: "Givers gain." The same way, the more energy you put into something, you get more energy. the same philosophy of giver's gain applies with energy as well. So, if early in the morning you are able to wake up and do some half an hour, 1 hour uh, exercise or physical activity, or good physical activity, you will feel energetic. So you are putting in energy in your activity. You will be feeling fresh for the entire day. And on the other hand, on the contrary, if you're not putting in that particular piece of physical activity, which means that you're not putting in your energy, you will be feeling lazy and dull the entire day. You can practice it for yourself for a month's time, and you will observe it. You will believe it for yourself. Reasons for overwork. So this we have already covered. So, have you so far understood that what all can be the reasons for getting into this situation of overworking or burned out? But now, how to change it? Because it's very important to change it. We have acknowledged it. We have tried to understand that are we in a situation of burnout or not, so that we can understand that okay, if we are in a situation of burnout, now what to do? How should we change it? Because we cannot remain in this situation forever. If we are trying to remain in the situation forever and not getting ourselves out of it, you know what the results can be. That was the first slide. So let's drive the change. Let's start thinking that how can we exactly change it? So first and the foremost thing, if you're burnout, it means that you are completely drained. So there is a high need to first of all recharge yourself. So when when the battery of your phone is below 20% or below 15%, when it's below 20%, it's like overwork. When it's below 5%, it's burnout. You can it can die anytime soon. So the first thing which you have to do is immediately recharge it. Deleting all the applications and everything else is secondary. So this is the high time. If you are into this kind of situation, this is the high time you have to recharge yourself first and foremost. How are you going to do that? Number one, sleep well. Take break of one day, sleep. Even if you're sleeping the entire day, sleep. It's necessary to recharge your brain. It is necessary to revive your brain. There is a shlok called Yadevi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupe Nidra Rupena Santhita Namastasya 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 Namo Namah. So Nidra or sleep is even considered powerful or a form of Shakti even in our spiritual scriptures. Sleep is very underrated, but it's the most powerful thing we can do to recharge or revive ourselves from any pain. So do not compromise on your sleep. If you are in such a situation where you are feeling that your head is very heavy, or it's having you're having a slight headache constantly, you are feeling drained, lack of water, lack of you're feeling fatigue, go and sleep. By the way, sleep is also considered as one of the basic rights, fundamental rights of privacy. Meditate. So another one is meditate or have breathing exercises. So uh, let's say you are on your working desk, it's a deadline, and you cannot afford to go to sleep right now. Okay, no problem. Give your brain some fresh air at least. Okay. Deep breathe in, breathe out. Simple, small activity of breathing or meditation can also help you revive instantly. Another one, at least one physical activity. Get involved in at least one physical activity. It can even be scribbling. Fine. Scribble on your notepad, draw something, climb up stairs. You can climb upstairs, you can jump, you can laugh, you can go for a walk, just like that. Just go for a walk around your premises. Do any kind of physical activity. If you go to gym, amazing. If you are consistently doing yoga, amazing. Nothing better than that. But at least one physical activity. It will change your entire life. The nature's touch. You can also, just after the deadline is over, now you have some time. Go relax, recharge yourself. Go to any such place where you can connect with the nature. If you don't have that much of time or that much of scope, go to any garden nearby. Just soak your feet in that mud or in that soil. Stay there for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you will feel refreshing. You will feel like a lot of your stress has just vanished. Get into with nature. Go into nature. Just watch trees around you, around your premises. Just watch birds around your premises. You can even observe how ants are uh, doing something, going somewhere. Try to connect with nature. You will instantly feel relaxed. Take a time off. Take a time off from your regular schedule. Take a time off from your overworked, busy thing. Take a time off. Talk to your parents. Talk to your siblings. Talk to your loved ones. Talk to your cousins. Talk to your friends. Talk to your school friends. Maybe talk to people with whom you had an amazing bond, but it's been a very long time that you had a word with them. They make you feel good, they make you feel happy. Talk to them. Take a time off. Take a time off for short breaks in your office day. Take a time off for coffee. Take a 15 minutes off for your coffee, for your tea, for just gossiping with the person sitting next to you. But do take time offs. So once you have recharged yourself, you have to continue doing that, right? It cannot be once in that entire episode. So the next important, extremely important thing is the right food to fuel your new energy that is about to come. So first and the foremost, drink water. There are people, even including me, when I start working and when I'm engrossed in my work, I forget to drink water. So what I do instead is that I find small excuses for myself. Okay, as soon as I complete this particular sheet, as soon as I get this reconciliation done, I'll drink water. As soon as I stand up, I'll drink water. If I When I come back, I'll drink water. Take a few sips often. Keep a bottle filled with water at your work desk so that it is in your near reach and you can have it more often. Drink water when you're feeling thirsty. Drink water even if you're not feeling thirsty. Drink water every time you see time on your desktop. Find reasons to drink water. This might help you if the reminders or the buzzes are not helping out for drinking water. But drinking water is the prime most important thing to recharge yourself, to fuel in energy, to relax yourself. Switch to simple yet nutritious food. So it can be possible that you are in such a profession or your job requires a lot of work to be done. For example, Big Four. Let's say you are part of Big Four, or a non-Big Four, but you are into this deadline zone right now where you have to work hard. You have to complete a lot of stuff, and um you cannot actually afford that much of time to make a delicious, yummy, good food which would need you to devote at least 1 2 hours. Select some 7 quick recipes. which are simple to make, do not involve so much of time, yet you love it, and yet they are nutritious. You can even switch to something like ghee namak roti, or something like where you have just chop off your veggies like tomato, onion, maybe carrots, and you can have it with a slice of bread, with a chapati, with rice, mix it all. Some very simple recipes which are nutritious, and you can eat them wherever, whenever, however. For us in Bangalore, like, so I have been working with PwC Bangalore. So what we used to do was dahi chawal, curd rice used to be our best go-to recipe. If nothing else is available, which we like, we go to the safe option of curd rice. So at least I am having something nutritious, simple, it will taste good for me, and I'll be able to survive. Okay. So you can have some such recipes for yourself based on what your taste is, based on what you like, based on what suits you the best, and you can have it accordingly. Always have healthy snack bites handy. So you can get this Snickers. Keep some Snickers or 5 star in your bag always, or you can have. And now these days there are a lot of quick bites available. For example, I think yoga bite it is, but there are many more such healthy options which will come like in this small size of packet. It would be very nutritious, would be filled in with a lot of good stuff, high in proteins, carbs, vitamins, and whatnot. You can always keep something like that with yourself, maybe peanut butter chicky, or a normal chicky, or chana packets. You can have a small box filled in with chana. It is very high in protein, very nutritious, will help you increase your water intake as well, and will satisfy your hunger if you're not able to stand up from your desk and go out for having food. So you can always, it's not you can, you should always keep such small snacks with you, around you, around your work desk, around your table, in your bag, so that it's you can easily approach it, have it when you really, really need it and cannot move out due to your work commitments. The most important thing, don't skip meals. You can you can alter your meal combinations, but never skip on meals. Even if you want to reduce your weight, do not do not skip your meals, because skipping your meals will make you weak. Replacing your meals with some other combinations would make you healthy yet reduce weight. Will make you energetic yet reduce weight. So it's very important not to skip your meals. You can replace it with some other combination always. You can always switch to a banana rather than skipping your breakfast. Huh. This one is a technical way to reduce your workplace stress, which is having a to-do list and timesheets. So in most of the big organizations, you will be having timesheets. You'll have to fill your timesheets, that what time you did what, how many work hours have you devoted. But right so use those timesheets for your benefit as well. It's not just for the benefit of the organization, it is also for your own benefit. It's also for your own monitoring of how much are you really devoting into your work. Okay, if you are giving in your real timesheet, the real timings of your work contribution, it will help you as well to identify that are you going out of the track. To-do list, write your tasks for clarity. It can be possible that there are 10 different things which you have to do. Till the time you are going to keep it in your mind will get overburdened. you will always be in a state of confusion, and you will not be able to complete any of these tasks, because as soon as you start doing a task, you will immediately recall that there is something else which you have to do. You will switch to that task. Then you will recall the third task. You will switch to third task. And this way you won't be able to complete any of these tasks. So write it down in paper, and take a pen, write it down in paper. If you're not comfortable writing it on paper, have a to-do list. There are a lot of tools available to create to-do lists. Have it in your system, but it's a must to have it somewhere, so that your mind get relaxed. It does not have to do that extra work of remembering and reminding and recalling you that what you have to do next, or what all is pending. Once it is written, you can actually reprioritize it, snooze it. You can complete the task, cut it off, strike it off. So that will also give you a motivation and a confidence that, okay, great, I have done this. I have completed this. I am improving, or oh, great, only this much is left now. Okay, so writing it down is an utmost important thing. You can also put priority stickers to your work list, to your to-do list. It will help you manage it even better. But the most important thing is, it's not a one-time activity. You have to continue doing it forever, maybe. Book all working hours, even non-billable hours. You should be booking it. If you have spent 18 hours, you have spent 18 hours. Why do you want to underreport it? In all the organizations, everyone is asked not to underreport their working hours. It's fine to report your working hours. If you are doing the work, you are doing the work. What if it doesn't matter? See, you are a fresher. You will take more time to learn and understand things which you do, which you have to do, what is expected out of you. It will take time. And people who are hiring you know that it will take time. No one expects you to perform 100% on day one. Even the people who are hiring you do not expect you to perform 100% at day one. They know that you are a fresher. They know that you will take time to understand things. They know it. Why do you want to underbill? It's all right. If it is taking you more time to do the same thing, it is okay to put it there. At least you and your manager will realize that there is a problem which needs to be catered in. If this is something which is odd, at least you would get to know that I usually used to spend 4 hours doing this. How come I'm spending 8 hours doing this? It can be possible that you are stuck in something whereby you need help or assistance. It might be possible that you are into something which you do not know. If you can track that, okay, I'm spending more than usual time, you can at least reach out for help. Your manager, if your manager notices that this is not something normal, how come this person is taking more time? They will come to you. They will ask you that what happened? Where are you stuck? How come you are how come you're spending more time over here? This can be done through this way, and you will end up learning only. We are going for excessive work conditions because we want to learn. So there is no harm booking your right exact times. It will help everyone. It's a win-win situation. It's not something to be ashamed of. It is a win-win situation. It's an opportunity to learn and grow more. You have to take that on a positive note. If you are doing work-related stuff and then some additional stuff which is non-work related, book it. Book it as a non-work related or non-billable item. It's totally fine. If you are working, you are working. Why do you want to underreport it. If you are underreporting it, you are doing a crime for yourself. Have your own deadlines and communicate. What's not your know what's not your responsibility. This is extremely important. Extremely important. There would be 10 people. If someone sees that okay, this person can do it, or this person has helped me earlier, they might reach out to you again. But know that what is your responsibility and what not. Once you know what's your responsibility and you know what's not your responsibility, you can at least tell them, you can at least communicate them that boss, this is not my responsibility. You will get better results if you go to person X. That person will be able to solve it much better. So know what is not your responsibility. The way it's important to know what's your responsibility, it's extremely important to know what is not your responsibility. Have your own deadlines and communicate. Make deadlines for yourself. Okay. Suppose you have been given a work for, let's say, auditing. Okay, you have to audit a particular line item, let's say fixed asset. So you have a rough estimate that I will be able to complete fixed asset in this much of time. Let's say 3 days. Three, 3 days you will be taking to test it, to review it, or to get it done from interns, whatever it is. Once you have started working, you will be able to get rough estimates of how much time something can take. Suppose you're not able to do that in 3 days, escalate the issue. Escalate the issue or tell it to your manager. Your boss, I thought that it will be complete within 3 days, but I'm not able to complete it within 3 days. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points where I'm getting stuck. And that's why it's taking me more time. As a result, what will happen? The manager will start thinking of the other options, that how can this be completed. If you are doing a mistake, they will tell you that this is where probably you are going wrong. If you do it in X manner, you will be able to do it much faster. Or they will at least deploy more people. They will get more resources. If it is not possible to complete it, they will get more resources. But you will have to speak up. You will have to create deadlines for yourself, communicate it with your managers, communicate it with your reporting managers, communicate it with your team. Suppose you are at a project whereby you are the supervisor, you are the manager, and you have a team to do the task. Communicate with the team as well. It's very important. It is a part of setting up the context that, boss, we have 15 days. And within 15 days, we have to file 500 returns. How are we going to do it? I'm splitting it into 10 people, 100 returns, sorry, 50 returns each person. You have to do it. You have to do it by next 5 days, or report me in next 5 days. Report me in next 10 days that what's the current status. I want 60% of things to be done in next 10 days. Clearly communicate. Fix deadlines for yourself and communicate it with your team. It's extremely essential and important. If you're not able to communicate, you are inviting problems, you are inviting trouble for yourself. And the most important thing, set boundaries. Set boundaries for yourself. No, set boundaries for your team as well. No one is going to call someone after they reach home for work. You can message them, do not call them. Or you can set it for yourself that I am not going to attend any phone call after this particular time or before this particular time. It's completely fine. I'm not going to work beyond this particular time because I need my time, my family need my time, my parents need my time, my education need my time, my upskilling need my time. It's completely fine. Again, the important thing is communicate that I'm not going to take this. When I'm in office, I'm in office. When I'm outside, I'm not in office. Understand that. I have been doing it from my day one in my career journey, and it has benefited me a lot. I've seen a couple of my friends who have been ignoring this, who have been taking up calls, they ultimately get into trouble. They end up doing work which also they do with a reduced efficiency, reduced productivity, because they are not able to recharge their mind. They are not able to perform better. Just because overworking does not mean higher productivity. Just keep that in mind. Overworking does not mean higher productivity. Higher productivity, especially in today's era where we have a lot of AI tools, where we have a lot of options for automating processes, where we have a lot of options for automating systems, productivity really does not mean overworking. You can be productive even in the limited office hours as well. You can be productive even even by working just 4 hours a day, just 2 hours a day, just 3 hours a day. It depends on um, what kind of profile you are having, what kind of work you are doing, what kind of responsibilities you are having. You can be effective even by doing no work and just following up. There are different ways of being productive and effective, but overworking is definitely not the way. And the most beautiful way to come out of overworking and to come out of a situation of burnout or reducing the effect of your burnout is smile. Have a bright, beautiful smile on your face. Approach people with positive attitude. Smile and make others smile. It will relax you like nothing else. It will make you feel good like nothing else. If you are in your office right now and you see someone in stress or someone dull just in front of you, pass a smile. Pass a smile to do approach them. Ask that, what happened, boss? Are you fine? Would you like to have something? Would you like to have a chocolate? Ask them out. At times we don't even realize that we are in a troublesome situation. Observe, notice people around you. Be happy. Try to make others feel happy. Try to make that conducive, warm, um, happy environment around you. This is responsibility of each one of us. So smile often. When you enter the office, smile. When you're leaving the office, smile, because at least you have learned a lot of things. At least you have been able to create an impact. You are earning, you are better than a lot of others. And even if you're not better than a lot of others, you're better than yourself the previous day. So smile often. Smile when you are entering your home after going back from office. Smile when when you had a good meal. Smile when you have completed an assignment or a task which was given to you. Just smile. Just smile and approach this entire thing with that grace, that gratitude, and that beauty which it holds. Make others laugh. Make others laugh. That you can do that by just cracking a joke, maybe. You can do that by making a small fun or pun out of someone, out of some situation. Maybe you can crack jokes on your boss itself. It's fine. It's okay till the time it is relaxing everyone. It's okay. Till the time it's not hurting anyone, it's okay. It's okay to make a joke out of someone. Make others laugh. You will also feel good. Help people around you. You are going from somewhere, you found that there is a person sitting hungry, starving. Help them. Give them food. Give them water. When they smile and when they bless you, you feel very, very happy. Just play with kids playing cricket in your neighborhood. They'll feel good. Make others laugh. Smile often and make others laugh. These two things are going to suck away all this pain, all this tiredness, and your heart will be filled with warmth, which will help you be much more productive, and that too with a positive attitude, with a motivation, with an inspiration. Share and care. Okay. Share things with people. It's okay. Give us cane. So, if someone the way we used to share our books and our lunch boxes in our childhood with our classmates, it felt good, no? We used to bond instantly. You would still remember those friends whom you have helped, who have shared things with you, whom you have shared things with, whom for whom you used to care for, and who cared for you. It converts into a lifelong relationship. Do share things, do share your knowledge, do share your skills. You will get back even more when you start sharing. Care for people around you because they are part of your environment. If your environment is good, you will be good. If your environment is productive, you'll be productive. So care for people around you. If you are able to see someone who is very dull, who is tired extremely, who is juggling or struggling with a situation with an Excel sheet, go just tell them that use this shortcut key and your things will be sorted. And you will feel so great within. Have a feeling of gratitude because what you have earned so far, there are a million others who have not been able to earn this till now. They are struggling to be here. So have a gratitude. Have a gratitude that you are still alive. Have a gratitude that you are learning each day. Have a gratitude that you are growing each day. If you have your parents, have a gratitude that you are blessed to have your parents. If you have kids, have gratitude that you are blessed to have kids. A lot of people are struggling to have kids. They're getting injections and insulins and steroids and whatnot. Be in gratitude that you have friends. And trust me, there is nothing like you get friends only till college time. You don't get good friends when you go to office. No, nothing like that. I have six best of my friends who who are there from like who are still there, who have been always there, who have been in my ups and downs, and all these and this bunch of six I got from PwC Bangalore only. We feel each other, we help each other, we're always there for each other. Such a strong bond. So first of all, remove this from your own mind that you won't be able to make friends once you are in a corporate job. No, nothing like that exists in the real world. We are people. We are bound to we are bound to form groups. We are bound to associate with each other, associate for each other. We are bound to have friendships. If you make a friendship with that open mind, that is definitely going to long last her. It is definitely going to last longer. So there is no such concept that you don't have work friends. Work friends are extremely underrated, but they exist and they are amazing. Love yourself first. Last but not the least, love yourself first. If you're doing all this for whom? For your parents, but your parents actually want to see you growing, see you improving. They will take pride when you are proud about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, they will be proud of you. When the moment they feel that this particular thing is killing my kid, even if you are earning handsome, they won't be happy. Their happiness is coming from you. So you are doing it for yourself. And if you yourself are not happy, you yourself are not able to survive, you yourself are not able to take it anymore, what's the benefit of doing it? What is the benefit of doing it if it is taking up your health, if it's consuming your energy, your time, your efforts, if it's consuming everything, what's the benefit? So first and the foremost thing, love yourself first. Your first priority should be you. And the person who do not love themselves, how can you expect someone else to love you? So that's why it's very extremely important to love yourself. Everything else will get settled. Avoiding extreme workload. So how do you actually avoid extreme workload? This is a real life thing. This is not a philosophy. We have to actually get some real life solutions that, see, if we are going somewhere, if we are working somewhere, we want our salaries, and if someone is paying us, they will definitely load us with work. They will definitely want us to work. We are not going there to just to enjoy. We are going there for work. So workloads can be there, and for profiles like finance, for profiles which we handle, we chartered accountants handle, it is a critical profile, very confidential, very critical, uh, and heavy application of mind is required. So you can very often get into conditions where you are where you have extreme workloads. This is bound to happen. But then, is there any way to reduce it or to avoid it? Avoid it completely? The answer is no. But can we reduce it? Yes, we can reduce it. One of the ways is break it down into clear tasks. Whatever work you are having, so workloads do not come like instantly. There are very few instances whereby you will be getting a workload in an emergency kind of situation. We are not IT professionals that there can be one point where suddenly all the systems got broke out or someone hacked it, so our work pressure instantly increased. There are very few situations where it will instantly increase for a chartered accountant. So we do know that what's coming next. And if we do know that what's coming next, we can definitely break it down into clear, small tasks, into small chunks. Be clear about your end goals, break it down into small tasks, and write all of it. It's extremely important. Write it down. Write all your larger goals, all your work list, all your bifurcations of the task which you are dividing it into. Write it down. And still remember that no goal is bigger than your own life. You cannot, i- if you can manage 10 things, you can try to do 12 things, but then make sure that it's not affecting you, because if it affects you, how are you going to do it continuously? You won't be able to do it continuously. Okay. So discuss your and once you have jotted down your goals for yourself, discuss it with your manager. Discuss it with your manager or your trusted mentor. It can be either of one. Okay. It can be before even you have joined an organization. You can have a set goal in your mind. You can break it down. Okay, if I have to reach this goal, let's say if I have to earn um a crore per month by this is year, what are the smaller tasks? What are the smaller steps or levels which I'll have to reach? Discuss it with your mentor, with your manager, depending on what your goal is. Break it down into smaller tasks, and it should not this goal writing and this goal activity mapping, that where have you reached in your goal list, and what next, how do you want to approach your goal, or do you actually want to change your goal altogether? you do it for yourself as well, not just for the purpose of your organization for the purpose of the organization which you are serving. Do it for yourself as well. And so it need not just be the formal performance review activity which is done annually or half yearly, but it is to be done for yourself. No goal is bigger than your life, and discuss your goals with your manager, trusted mentor. Focus on your goal and enjoy the journey. Once you have your goals set, focus on it. Plan early, start early. Now, so that you have already set your goals, you have divided it into small tasks. Plan how are you going to execute it, and start executing. No plan is successful till the time it is added with some actions. So, the success of any kind of plan is dependent on your actions completely. Plan early, and if you're planning early, you can actually start early as well. What is the benefit? By the time everyone else is figuring out that, okay, what do you want to do? You are actually implementing that what you want to do. And if you have executed it faster, if you've executed it early, you will definitely get better results and earlier results. This will help you take informed decisions and choose a work-life balance appropriate for you. It can be possible that you divert from your plans. It's not necessary that you are going to stick to your plans 100%. Okay. But at least it will give you a direction that where are you heading to? Do you really want to head to that particular direction or not? If not, then what needs to be changed? You'll be able to change it quick. Planning early helps you start early. By the time everyone else is figuring out, you're already performing. And this helps in boosting up your self-confidence as well. So once your self-confidence, once your morale is high, you'll be able to definitely perform better. It's extremely important to make sure that we are talking with each other in a way that heals everyone, not in a way that wounds. So if you really want to avoid your workload, it does not mean that you're talking to someone rudely in a way they got hurt. If they are hurting, if you are giving out a negative and hurting energy, you will receive a negative and hurting energy yourself for yourself. So, and also it's the other way around as well. If you are speaking softly, it does not mean that you're not effective. Speaking softly does not mean that you're weak. In fact, speaking softly, driving your emotions, channelizing your emotions with proper words is the most powerful thing that you can do. Now, at times, this happens a lot with chartered accountants. If I talk about CAs in practice or the articles or paid assistants who are dealing with clients directly, at times team members from client they try to create an undue pressure which 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 makes you end up doing something which you don't want, which you don't need to do. So the partners will be aware because they have had all those experiences, but the executing team at times they suffer for what the client is. So the client would be asking us to do a lot of things which actually is their responsibility. So there are a lot of times when you end up getting into such a situation. This can, if you're someone who belongs to industry, it can be possible that the auditor is bringing a pressure upon you, or people from other departments are trying to create pressure on you for doing something, for doing a particular thing, or for producing or submitting a particular thing, which is which might create an undue pressure because everyone and anyone is coming and ordering you and you have to do things. Okay, how to handle that, because that can also eventually lead up to a very heavy overwork and burnout, which for something which is not even expected out of you from your own manager. You might end up doing things which you were not supposed to do, and it is causing problem only for you. No one else is bothered about it. Your manager would be saying that why you have not done this, but you were actually busy in doing something which a third person had put on you. You have taken it just because you prioritize that person, because you think that that person is senior. How can I say no to this person? Maybe you think that this person is handling my if I say something to this person, it might come to my performance review, it might harm my image, or this person can create a loss for me. Or just because you respect that person, you might end up doing something which is not expected out of you, which is not your KRA, but you still do it. If you are doing it with your own choice and you are happy about it, you are able to manage it, you are able to manage that stress, till that time it's fine. But what if you're not able to handle that pressure, that stress, which is created from a third party, not from your reporting manager, um, not from the team who is reporting to you? So, what to do in such kind of situations? Number one, first and the foremost thing, ask the right question. Ask the right set of questions to that particular third party. Understand that what exactly their problem is and what do they want. What is the outcome they are looking for? It can be possible that at the first place itself, you are able to redirect them to someone else because you are not the right person to deal with that situation. For instance, let's say let's say I have worked with manager A. Okay, right now I'm working with manager B. Now, since I've worked with manager A, I have a good rapport with manager A. And manager A comes and asks me that, Nidhi, can you just help me completing this piece of report? Now, if I say, okay, fine, I might end up doing an extreme overwork because I have not even seen that what kind of report he's asking for. Okay. Another way out is that, okay, what kind of report do you want my assistance on? And that person says that I am actually looking for the ledger report, which can give me all the ledger balances with subgroups as well. Okay. Now I might be knowing that uh, there is a report like this which is getting generated by the IT team. I can straight away redirect this manager to IT team and a specific person in IT team that this person generates it very often. You can please connect with him. If at all you are not able to find a solution there, I would be there to help you out. Okay. So two benefits you got. Number one, you you have not denied this person. Okay. This person is also getting a solution and you are also not getting work overload. So both are at win-win situation. Number two, uh, the time you would have taken to generate this kind of report or create this kind of report, the IT person could have done it in click of a button. So you have saved time for both you and the manager. Okay. Third thing, you are able to focus more on your existing thing. Okay. Fourth thing, if that person is just coming to take a favor and not being able to recognize it, and I'm like just trying to take a favor from you, and so that he does not have to make more efforts, this person is not going to come again to you. This person will come again to you only if this person wants to know that who is going to be the right person to do something. Okay. So this way you have proved your worth, your skill, and your knowledge as well. So it's extremely important to ask the right questions. Ask the right questions from this third person. Plan your task and prioritize responsibilities. you get what you said. Okay. While dealing with clients or seniors, you have to be polite. It's extremely important. You don't have to use words which can hurt someone. So you have to be polite. However, no one stops you from being practical. Okay. So what you can do is assess what all you have in mind, what all tasks you have already scheduled, and also assign timelines to all your tasks. That this thing you have, let's say, 5 things in hand. Number one, you'll be able to complete in next 1 hour. Number two, it will take 2 minutes. Number three, it will take 2 more hours to complete. Number four, you'll be able to do by next day 12. And number five, you will be able to complete it by next day evening. Okay. Now someone walks in and asks you that, boss, can you help me on this particular thing? Check the priority. That what is the priority of all these 5 tasks? You can tell them that, yes, sure, I will be able to help you, but I am completely packed till 4 tomorrow. If you're fine, I'll be able to do that at 4 tomorrow if it's not urgent. If it's urgent, let me ask my manager that if I can reprioritize my existing task. Win-win. You have not said no, you have not said yes. You will be able to learn. If you're able to do this, you'll be able to learn. And you also show, or you have also showcased very clearly that you know what you're doing and your time has a worth. You are important, and you know, and that other person will also know that yes, you are important, you have things in hand. Okay. Again, it will depend on what kind of priority the thing has. If it's a high priority item, you will have to take care of it. But then clearly state that, okay, I'll ask my manager, or please you get right now I am also in something very high priority. You please ask my manager if I can work on this, if it's that necessary to work on it. Or it might look rude, so you can say that I will ask my manager. Go to your manager, ask it immediately. It can be possible that this is something between the two managers and you are unnecessarily being get caught into it. It can also be possible that when these two managers talk to each other, they are able to find a solution which do not require you at all, or the thing might have already been done and it's just that this manager B is not knowing about it. They both of them will be able to finalize a solution and tell to you that what you need to do. Okay. So it's very important to be polite, and at the same time, it's very important to know that what you have in your hand. If you have not made that task list, if you have not made your deadlines for yourself, you will not be able to communicate it this clearly. Right? You can handle work of 2 people, but you cannot become 2 people. If work of 2 people need 8 hours, it would need 8 hours. You cannot complete it in 4 hours, right? Okay. And your priorities are important. Okay. So even ChatGPT needs some context setting to provide you an apt answer. Now over here we are dealing with people. We need even more context. Okay. If someone says me that, Nidhi, please give me this schedule of capitalization, that what got capitalized when, and is it even eligible for capitalization or not, I will be able to give it. Okay. But if that person tells me that, boss, this is an audit observation and we have to submit the report within 2 days, my speed and my method of completing study of those 3,000 items would be completely different. My approach of studying that will be different. So it's very important to give the context. Okay. Know the context. So that's why it's very important to know the context from the third party as well, but keep a track of your responsibilities as well. Okay. Getting context from the third party of what they want, asking them the right questions is all fine. Okay. I'll tell you of one instance which happened with me. So we were on we were on an audit side, okay, and I have to uh, complete the audit of fixed asset, okay. The person who was responsible to give me the register and the details of fixed assets, she was not responding properly. Day one, gone. She has not given me the data. Day two, she has not given me the data. Day three, she has not given me the data. I started working on something else because she is not giving me the data. Day six, she is not giving me the data. Now my manager is asking me that why are you delaying fixed asset? Why is it not yet complete? And that same day, she sent me the data. Now, what to do? Has the client not sent it? Sir, sent. Why have you not completed it? It comes on me, it comes on my head. And due to that particular delay of 6 days, our entire audit got delayed. So if the client has some problem, if the client has some situation, okay, fine, everyone gets into a situation, okay. But it's very important to escalate at the right time, and it's very extremely important to follow up. Follow up once, follow up twice, follow up thrice. If in two follow-ups you are not getting the data, you are not getting the required information, escalate the issue in the third follow-up. The third follow-up should be clearly stating that we have already followed up 2 times, we have not received the data. CC, mark CC to the reporting manager of that particular person. The same person who has not been able to share the details in 6 days will share you the details instantly or within a day's time. How? The details were not available earlier. It was available earlier, but that person has already screwed up something in that detail that this person is not sharing you. Can be possible, not necessary always. Can be possible. People tend not to share a few things because of many reasons. Okay. So getting context from other person is fine. Understanding if they are into a problem is fine. Being empathetic is fine. But all of these should be having a certain deadline or a limit. Don't go beyond that. Beyond that, only escalation is the only thing which you should opt for. If your manager is fine with that person not giving data, if their manager is fine with that person not giving data, fine, it's not your responsibility. Know what is not your responsibility. You are fine with that, you are happy with that. Okay, no problem. Cool. Learn to say no to people and projects that do not align with your goals. You are given something which you do not want to do at all. It is not under your bucket list. It is not under your own personal goal list. And you're not feeling good about doing it. Learn to say no. Learn how to say no if you really do not want to get into that project or work with that person. Okay? Don't sweat for the small stuff. Don't sweat for the small stuff. So materiality is not a concept which is applicable only and only for audit. You can apply materiality for a lot of life skills as well. Before fighting on or before discussing or spending 2 hours, 3 hours on a particular topic, first realize that is it even important? Is it going to make a difference? Is it something which is going to change the outcomes or the results or the deliverables? If no, it's okay, fine. If my team member is doing it, let that person do it. This is my end result. This is my goal. If that is getting achieved, okay, fine, no problem. Let them do how they want to do it. Although, if it is creating a trouble, if it is creating a problem, then you have to intervene and tell that boss, because you are doing this, this is going to be the outcome. So please do not do this and instead follow ABC. Okay. So don't sweat on the small stuff. Let it happen. Think about it. So, laughter is the best medicine, sleep is the best recovery tool. Listen to the said as well as unsaid words. At times, people do not speak, but they give a vibe, a very negative vibe. If you feel that you're not being respected, if you feel that there is something fishy going on, just speak up. Speak up to your reporting manager. If not your reporting manager, their reporting manager. If at all there is something, you will have to speak up and listen to the said and unsaid words. Also, it's not necessary that you reply or respond back using words only. You can reply back in your actions as well. Okay. But remember, you are not less than anyone else. Your self-respect is something which is created by yourself. If you are working in an amazing organization, everyone else would have done something to achieve being part of your team, being part of that organization. So everyone else is good, but it does not mean that you are someone less. Even you are good. So be proud and be self-confident. Be confident about yourself. Be confident about your own growth story, not someone else's. Use positive statements often. So this manifestation thing or saying to yourself that I'm good, I'm happy, I'm wealthy, I'm rich, I am extremely powerful, I am able to solve everything. It is actually beautiful. It helps you um, it helps you keep yourself positive. And it's fine to do. It's completely normal, completely fine, completely acceptable for you to do till the time it's not making you proud, but it's making you feel good about yourself. Okay. Words have spells. That's why it is called spelling. Okay. So be cautious about what kind of words you are using. Someone else is using bad words does not mean that you also have to use it. Okay. Using bad words um would drain your own energy, not theirs. Every comment getting viral will have followers, but not necessarily respect. So you should think about what holds respect for you. Don't do things blindly because someone else is doing. Don't cooperate with other people just because person sitting next to you is cooperating. They might have they might have some different goals. They might have some different tuning with that person. Not necessary that you also have it. Not necessary that it aligns with your personal goals as well. Okay. Now, last but not the least, what is the right time to take a break? What is the right time to take a break if you feel that you are overworking or you're burdened or you're burned out? So the answer for this is each and every time that you're not able to crack it. The moment you're feeling, boss, it's done. I'm not able to do it. It's not happening anymore. Take a break. It's completely fine to take a break because anyways ways, if you're not able to crack it, you won't be able to do it even if you sit in front of the screen for 8 long hours, for 12 long hours, for 2 days entirely. Take a break. If you need a break, each time you feel that you need a break, you're not able to continue, your eyes are paining, your head is paining, you're feeling drained, take a break. Take a break, take a small nap, go have water, have some food, have some gossip, do that. So far, if anyone is having any questions, any doubt, please feel free to post it in the question box. We are here to answer all your questions. But before that, I would like to narrate a story to you guys. And this story is based on my own practical experience. So I told you, no, that smiling is extremely important. Having a positive attitude, smiling, making others laugh is extremely important. So this was the deadline time. Uh, date I It was 27th of September, and a bunch of six, which I was talking about, one of them got sick. She got hospitalized. Okay. She was my roommate. She fell sick. I have to take her to the hospital early in the morning. So morning 8 o'clock, I wake up. I see that this lady is not even waking up. It's deadline time. Does she not have to go to office? I checked her. She was in high fever. I asked her to wake up. She tried to wake up because she also have to report. It was the deadline, and she fell off. Not she went unconscious. I all these six of us, like, so including me, we are six. So the other five. Out of this, one person was also there in the PG that time. We all the six of us used to live in a PG. So this was my roommate, and there was a room next to us. Two people were living there, and two were living on the top floor. So I immediately took her. We went to the hospital. I communicated it to everyone. It was my due date. 27th was my due date. So we have to close the file on 27th. By 12 o'clock, we have to close the file. It was like that. And I'm like, I have to reach office. And over here, she is fell off. She just fell off. So I took her to hospital. Meanwhile, I messaged in the group that, boss, this has happened and I am taking her to hospital. Another friend of ours, she was already in office that time. She like they were awake till 4 o'clock. And she slept in the office itself. She woke up to again resume the work, and she found the message. So she joined in hospital. She took a day off because it was deadline. I cannot take day off. So she came to the hospital by 11. She was there with her for that entire day. I completed my thing, the deadline thing, and all the work was done. Thankfully, our deadline got completed by 8 o'clock types itself. Although people are not allowed to leave on the deadline day from office till 12 o'clock. But I was like, uh, all the work is done. We have filed, all the working papers are done, everything is done. Now I will leave because she who is there in the hospital, she also have another, like, she also have to work for the deadline. So I went to the hospital. I was there with her. She went back to office. After that, there was a gap of at least 2 hours something, and the other three, four people, they went to the hospital. They were there. I closed off everything. After that, I went. They moved out of the hospital, and this way we were able to take care of her. She got recovered. So all the five of us, we prepared food for her. We tried to keep her healthy. We were also juggling with the deadline, which was the overwork, the workload part. And finally, she was able to recover. So this went off till like 2, 3 days. I have to go to the client place as well. And so at least one or the other person was there with her. She got discharged on 29th, and that's how we were able to help her revive. This all happened because we six of us, we had a personal connect with each other. If we would have not been that much connected with each other, we would have not been spending those laughters, spending those meal times, spending those night outs with each other, if we would have not been caring about each other, sharing with each other, scolding each other, fighting with each other, we would have not been there because it was impacting our work. And after that, and all this is the workplace friendship. We all worked in the same organization. It's just that we used to stay together as well. But when it's deadline time, every one of you would be knowing how much time actually you are able to spend with each other. And at that hard time, at that last hour also, we were standing by each other's side. That's how smiles and community and that workplace friendship become strong. It became a lifetime connect for us. We can never we can never come out of that friendship, even if we want to. So, and that helps you in many different ways to come out of this burnout. It can happen, the burnout, due to the challenging uh, kind of role, due to the highly confidential, highly due to the high mind application in the roles which we are doing. Burnout is obvious, overwork is obvious, but you can reduce it to great extents when you know that there is someone who's there by my side. When you know that there is someone who will get affected, who will care if I'm fine or not. So the way you want such a group for yourself, it's your responsibility as well to be part of that group for others around you as well. That's all. Like, I hope this short story would have been able to give you some context of what I'm trying to say by having a community at your workplace. But now, if there are any questions, I'm happy to address that. Please go ahead. Sambit sir, Murali ji.
Yeah, thank you, Nidhi ma'am.
Hmm.
Very good session on how to be a work balance life, on how to
Thank you.
reduce workplace burnout and efficiency. मेनली जो अभी बिल्कुल बर्निंग टॉपिक है दैट जब भी रिसेंटली एनवाई का केस भी हुआ था तो इट्स ग्रेट की दैट वी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स आर वर्किंग अंडर ह्यूज प्रेशर, जैसे कि ड्यू डेट्स आती है कभी आईटीआर की, कभी जीएसटी की, देयर आर डिफरेंट ड्यू डेट्स टीडीएस की, तो एक सम अप होता है, तो इट्स necessary that we should plan in a right way and the right manner. We should have a proper planning from due dates, because on every month we have the due dates. Right? No, this is the sin. We have the ROC dates, we have the GST dates, we have the ITRs. So in the current scenario, this is the more important topic that we need to focus on our health as well, and how we can be reduce our burden related to the office burden. How we should separate our personal life with professional life. That is also important that you have highlighted. So we should plan and organize in such a way. So a very wonderful session. I think so. It's have a long lasting effect if someone will actually implement these practical aspects in their life.
I hope so.
Either they have to implement either today or in it tomorrow. So a very good session. If anyone have the carry, then we have the question and answer round. If not, then yeah, Sandeep sir, you have mentioned that packed food. Generally, that's also in diet chart we can mention out. So if anybody have the questions, then we can have that one. So if not, then I
Atalji,
will. Yes, sir.
in the Zoom chat box, 2 questions are there. You can read it out and ask to the madam.
Okay, I will read out. So there is a Zoom chat box. There is some questions. Someone has asked that it will better to avoid packed food as it usually contains saturated fat, sugars, and added salts. This is the one. So, what is your view on that, ma'am? And second one is not having the full resource and expecting the balance team to handle the task for a long term also lead to a lot of it. So, what's your view, ma'am, on this point? So, can you please highlight so it will give the more clarity?
Right. So yes, what you have told is right that using packed foods contain a lot of saturated sugars, added salts, fats, but at the same time, is it not better than starving without having anything. I'm talking about the extreme situations when you are not able to stand up from your desk to have your food because of the uh, because of the type of workload which you are having. In such kind of situation, it's always better to have something rather than nothing. Skipping the meals is not advised. Okay. Instead, you can have something which, I talked about the protein bars, the yoga bars. I'm not talking about you can have some chips or something. No, I'm talking about protein bars. I'm talking about peanut chickies. So these are very much healthy and ready to eat. And when it comes in small packages, you can also carry it with yourself. It's fine to have chocolate sometimes if it is helping you recover from like if it is helping you not becoming not starving, then it's fine to have. I'm not saying that you should be having it regularly or daily. I'm saying that you should keep it for exigencies, and you should have you and see, balanced food does not have any alternative. Okay, you should be focusing on having a balanced food, a balanced meal, but still at times you are at client place. At times you might be exposed to a food which you do not like at all. You're not able to have it. But in that situation, it's always better to have something healthy, even if it is packed, rather than not having anything. Because if you're not having anything, it will make you feel weak. You won't be able to perform anything if you're not having anything. So it's better to have at least a snack bar or something. You can have snacks like chana. Chana is not having not saturated. Just get a small box for yourself, put chana in it, take it with yourself. Or you can simply have paneer slices, roast it, and take it with yourself. Keep it with yourself just for exigencies, whereby if you feel hungry, you can have it and feel comfortable. It's not something which I'm advising to have a routine for. The second one is not having the full resources and expecting the balanced team to handle the task for a long time also leads to a lot of stress. Definitely, it leads to a lot of stress, and it also leads to a lot of a very high turn around as well. So um, if you are so this is something which the manager or the partner would have to understand, that is my team sufficient to work to handle this work pressure. If not, then it's their responsibility to get another person on board. This is something very strategic, and right now, and that is a strategic decision making. Okay, that partner will decide based on how much they're spending, how much capacity they have to spend on getting more resources. Right now, what we are talking about is whatever workload is coming, how you are going to handle it. If you think you will not be able to handle the work of 10 people, say it upfront, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, if you assess for yourself that this 5 work I have to do, how much time I am going to take for for completing this 5 tasks. If you think that you won't be able to do the 6th task by tomorrow, tell it upfront to your manager that boss, I won't be able to complete it by tomorrow. Then it becomes their responsibility to either complete it off or get another resource from outside. It becomes their responsibility, not your responsibility. So it's very important to know what is not your responsibility as well, because it will help you clear out a lot of things.
So I think so. The doubts will be clear that mainly generally that we need to balance the work life and the personal life. That I am repeating again. कि जो भी stress आ रहा है वो mainly ये हो रहा है कि that we are not categorizing the things, we are not classifying the things on the right time, or we can say we are not able to
It is something
differentiate
like
between them.
your manager is saying that you have to do these 10 tasks by tomorrow. You're not doubting it, you're not questioning it, you're not telling your manager that I will be able to do it by tomorrow or not. Then the manager will be under the impression that okay, you will be able to do it. It is
There should be
creating
a
an
clearly
over expectation
communication,
and you are accepting it as well.
Okay.
And after the second day gets complete, you are saying to the manager that, boss, I am not able to do it because I do not know. The manager will get screwed up only, no?
That's why I'm saying that there should be a clearly balance between the work
Right.
place and other things. So a very good session, I think so. So Sandeep sir, I will now give the vote of things to conclude the session. If any question is there,
No,
we
you
will.
just
We
continue
can,
with the vote of thanks.
Yeah, okay, sir. So right now I'm concluding that it's my honor to be part of wonderful webcast on how to reduce workplace burnout efficiently, organized by Professional Skills Enrichment Committee of ICI. On the behalf of this committee, would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our speaker, Nidhi ma'am, and for his enlightening session. Sincere thanks to the event enablers from Bhilwara branch of CIRC of ICI who have given us the opportunity to host this event. And a wide round of applause and thanks to the organizer, Professional Skills and Enrichment Committees, and our today's speaker, Nidhi ma'am, and other stakeholders made the webcast more memorable one. Finally, I would like to thank all the present here and helping us this make webcast more grand success. Thank you all once again. In case of any need, we can connect with each other in future. Thank you, sir.
thank you so much, everyone. Please feel free to connect with me as well if there are any further doubts.
Recording stop.